Hey guys, Levi with the Rag Company, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about what is killing your paint. Now, there are two ways to go about this. You can either not wash your car, which technically could save your paint, but it also leaves a lot of dirt and contamination and damage, and in the long run, probably not gonna work that well. The other way is overwashing your car. Now, when you're overwashing, you're either using a bucket or maybe you're running it through the car wash. Now, I've had a number of customers who run their car through the car wash 2-3 times a week, and well, they have to come see me every 6 months because, well, we gotta polish out their paint because of the number of scratches. And sometimes the scratches are so deep, I can't get them out without wet sanding. And in a situation like this, I have a hearse behind me from a local funeral home, and this vehicle is hand washed quite often, 3-4 times a week. And the reason is this car always has to look good, especially for a funeral. Now, the problem comes when folks aren't doing it properly, and that's what we're gonna be doing today, is showing you a quick, fast, proper way to do a quick bucket wash using O&R and a ultra black sponge and some Eagle 350s. This way, you can learn the right way to wash a vehicle that you could do more often than normal, maybe if you need to do it 3-4 times a week without damaging the finish. So in this video, we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna wash it with O&R first, get it cleaned up. Then we're gonna polish it using Uno Protect and some bead maker. This way, when the car goes back, it can be washed frequently with O&R and an ultra black sponge, and they can spray a little bead maker or any other protective agent on top of it to keep it looking its best always. So follow along, because this is a crazy video, but there's another reason why I'm doing this. The guy that's gonna be taking his last and final ride in this hearse was a customer of mine, and this is also a nice little thing that I'm doing for the family to get this vehicle ready to go for their father's final ride. Dave, this one's for you, buddy. All right, so starting out, we've got the water in the bucket mixed up with O&R at 256:1, which is ½ ounce per gallon. That means that we have 3 capfuls on our big 32-ounce bottle inside this bucket. Now, I filled up my spray bottle with the water that's in the bucket, the O&R mixture, ready to go. I have 2 ultra black sponges and some Eagle 350s in there. Now, this car, pretty light, already was cleaned, but it did have to drive a ways to get here. So we're gonna do a quick pre-soak. Now you can do it with just your spray bottle of O&R, where you're literally just getting the surface of the vehicle wet. You can put it in a garden sprayer or an IK pressure sprayer and go over the vehicle and get it, mist it down, get all the dirt, contamination, you know, basically starting that encapsulation process, as we call it. Now, I have a trick up my sleeve because I have O&R in this guy right here, and that's a little easier for me. So I'm gonna do that for the rest of it. But you can do this at home, literally the same way with a spray bottle or a pressure sprayer. We're just gonna go along and get the whole side of this car damp with O&R. So how to use an ultra black sponge. Basically, stick it in your bucket, squeeze it, it'll absorb all your liquid, but you wanna squeeze some of that liquid out so that it's just on the verge of dripping on its own. That way you have enough liquid in the sponge so that while you're washing, you're actually still able to have liquid on the surface to help flush that panel. Then you can flip it over and do the next one. Key is always working top to bottom. Top of the car is a lot cleaner than the bottom of the car. So now you guys just saw, I just washed that whole car. Now you're probably wondering, wheels, inner fender wells. How do I do that? Well, we're gonna show you how to do an inner fender well right now. You don't have to do this on every wash, but as they get dirty, they build up. It is good to get them every once in a while. Now you can use a pressure washer during this step, or you can use a garden hose. Either one works just fine. But let's say you're stuck in the garage in the middle of winter, and you kind of want to get all this stuff off. Well, that's where you can either have a secondary bucket of O&R or just wait till you're done washing the car and then come back and use this, and it becomes a dirty bucket for wheels and things like that. So we're just going to take our spray bottle, we're going to pre-soak the inner fender well, and we're going to take our brush, which has been sitting in O&R, and we're literally just going to take it and scrub and clean as much as we can reach in there. Get everything as well as we can, and then we're just gonna take our O&R again and rinse it down. Now you can use a degreaser or an all-purpose cleaner if you got really dirty inner fender wells. This is really clean. It's just had to go through our construction in our parking lot, so that's why we're just gonna knock these down and get them cleaned up. Okay, so now that we've done the wheels, we've done the inner fender wells, you probably thought, oh no, the O&R dried on the surface, what do we do? Very simple. All you gotta do, re-wet that area. So the product, basically when it dries, it creates what's called a polymer spot, not a mineral spot. Because of all the encapsulation properties of O&R, it's grabbed every single one of those minerals that may or may not be in the water, and it's actually turned them into polymer. And so you don't have to worry about water spots when they dry on the surface. You literally just spray more product on and then dry the surface. That's all you gotta do. Very simple. So don't worry about it if you let it dry. So we're gonna be using Uno Protect. This is the new formula, so it's a little more pink than you're used to seeing. And then we're using the new Rupes microfiber cutting system, which is, this is the medium, the yellow. What's really cool about this new microfiber system by Rupes is this is finishing out beautifully. 90% of the time, microfiber doesn't finish. Now, wool and foam do finish, but this pad is unique to the market, and that this microfiber actually provides not only a great cut, but also a really good finish, which I'm really enjoying. All right, so we're not going for 100% perfection on this car. Remember, this is a lot older vehicle, so it's been loved and used. The point is to bring it up a couple levels. So that's what we did. I made this little spot here, and we polished it out just so you could see the difference between the natural part of the vehicle and the polished surface and what it looks like. Grab my towel here. This way you can see the difference of what that area did. You can see how much lighter the clear coat is and how much richer and darker the actual paint is now that it's been polished. That is the oxidation that we removed off the surface of the vehicle. I think it looks pretty dope. All right, I gotta get the rest of the car done. So now that we've got this step done, we're gonna remove the Uno Protect, but the unique thing we're doing is something that, well, we do here at the Rag Company. We're gonna use Bead Maker as the wipe off. That's gonna do two things. Not only is it gonna add more protection, but there is a sealant in Uno Protect, so the wax is set up for the 20 minutes. Now, we could take it off and leave it alone, but we're gluttons for punishment, and we love the gloss and the look that this product provides when paired with Uno Protect. So that is why we are substituting kind of one sealant for the other. Now, all I'm using, as you see, are FTWs. FTWs are nice because, well, they're the same pile on both sides, but they're also very absorbent, meaning they hold a lot of product. So if this towel gets oversaturated from the Bead Maker, it's not gonna hurt it any. But it also, because it's a 70-30 blend, provides a really nice, smooth wipe off. All right, guys, so finish the hearse. Now, you're probably wondering, God, Levi, you went by so fast, you didn't really explain a lot. Well, the problem comes when you're bucket washing a vehicle and you're washing it so often and you're not adding a protective agent to the finish. There's nothing wrong with using whatever works for you when you want to clean your car. You just need to understand that whatever tool you use has the potential to cause damage, meaning that friction on the surface and the improper wash method is going to cause damage to the vehicle's finish, which means you're going to have to polish it at the end. The other thing is you can't always keep polishing or cutting or compounding or even wet sanding a vehicle because the clear coat starts to get smaller and smaller. So the problems really do just get on top of each other. So the easiest way to do it, use a pH balance wash like either car wash soap or like we use today, O&R. Then add a protective agent like we did today with Bead Maker. You can use any type of sealant. And you're probably wondering, well, what's the difference? Wax, sealant, coatings. Well, here's what I like to say. Just think of wax as like a t-shirt and shorts. The paint is basically a naked skin. If you're wearing a t-shirt and shorts, hey, that's pretty nice for most weather conditions, but it's not great for all weather conditions. Now, a sealant is like what I have on today, a long sleeve shirt and pants. Again, great for certain situations, great for certain environments, but not the greatest. It might be like I was getting a little too hot, so I had to take this off. Or, you know, maybe I get cold and I need another layer. Now, a ceramic coating is similar in the sense that it's like a jacket in maybe windbreaker pants or snow pants. Again, awesome protection, but not always right for the situation. Now, on this vehicle, it's washed so often, the problem came when it just didn't have the protection added on top of it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give these folks some protection to take back with them. They're gonna be able to care for this coach for a lot longer, and it's gonna be able to take a lot of folks on their last ride. So protect your paint, don't kill your paint. Make sure when you wash, you always add a protective agent to the exterior of the vehicle in either a wax or sealant or even a ceramic coating. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check us out on the Rag Company YouTube channel, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you later.